With the regular season officially concluded, it is officially win or go home territory in the IHSA state tournament. The number 3 seeded Blue Devils take on the number 14 seeded Giants of Highland Park. Welcome in, everybody. Nick Palazzola with you. Happy to be bringing you back-to-back regional semifinals in consecutive years. Warren and Highland Park is our matchup today. We'll discuss the matchup a little bit more later on. Blue Devils will line up defensively like this: Schmidt, Badgley, and Gonzalez left to right in the outfield. Jaquez, Schills, Font, and Barons third to first around the infield. Senior catcher Beck Keldberg getting the call to do the catching for today's starting pitcher, Brian Bookert. Bookert will face this starting lineup for the Giants: Lou, Piper, and Feiner, first 3 men out of the first base dugout, followed by Guzius, Cohen, and Wolf, and Killeen, Berlant, and Kelly round out the Highland Park 9. Bookert comes into today's contest. He is 5-0 in 38 2/3 innings with a 2.38 ERA, throws strikes 60% of the time. As Bookert works out of the windup, and we are officially underway as Lou grounds one to the shortstop, Schills. He fires on to first base. Close play, but in time. So 1 pitch and 1 out for Brian Bookert, and an excellent start for the Blue Devils. In steps Casey Piper. Blue Devils and Giants matched up in this same format last year in the regional semifinals right here at the Allman campus. 2 years ago, Warren was once down 15-2, came back all the way in the last 3 innings and put up 14 runs to win that game 16-15 as Booker delivers a strike in there. The count will be even up at 1-1. We have 3 umpires today, being it is a state tournament game and an IHSA Shankton event, as Booker delivers a off-speed pitch swung on and missed by Piper. State Finals official Dwayne, I keep forgetting his last name. I was told his last name, but I know his first name is Dwayne. Randy Wood is at third, and Ed Halvey is at first as Piper grounds one to the shortstop, Schills. He'll throw on the run, but not in time. So Piper is aboard, which will likely go as a base hit. So in steps the 3-hitter, David Feinfer. He comes into this game as Highland Park's best hitter, heading .480 in 29 plate appearances, but he is 12 for 29 as Bookert's curveball misses outside for a ball. Because this is an IHSA-sanctioned event, umpires are required to wear the Illinois standard of navy blue. Base umpires are in jackets as Feinford lines one into the left field corner, but that'll get foul. So the count will be even up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Every time Bookert has gotten the ball so far this year, he has been consistent. His last start came last week against Glenbrook South through a 7-inning complete game, only gave up 2 runs. As the 1-1 is lined into left field, and that'll get down. Schmidt will field it and then get that baseball in. So back-to-back base knocks. Back-to-back base knocks for the Giants. So in steps the first baseman, Darren Gussis, with 1 away. Blue Devils playing corners in. Middles are playing for 2 up the middle as Gussis fouls this off-speed pitch out of play. Good crowd on hand. About 60, 62 degrees here at first pitch. Wind has changed since pregame, blowing straight in from left. It was blowing straight in from right during pregame. as the 0-1 delivery is in there for a called strike 2. So the count on Guzius will go no balls and 2 strikes, and Booker looking for out number 2. Booker working out of the stretch. Long look at the runner at second. Piper kicks and fires the 0-2. Curveball misses upstairs. Had a pitch to waste there, and he did so. So 1 ball and 2 strike. The count on Guzius, as there's a curveball in there, called strike 3. Guzius goes down, looking in a huge second out for Booker and the Blue Devils.
Charlie Cohen.
So in steps Charlie Cohen, playing second base today. Cohen batting .250, 3 for 12 in 5 games played. Highland Park only played 28 games rather, to the Blue Devils 33. As there's a ground ball to the shortstop, Shills. He'll field on the run and throw across the diamond to first base in time. So the Giants put on 2 runners but do not push across a run. We'll go to the bottom half of the first inning. You're listening to Blue Devil Baseball right here on the Blue Devil Radio Network. Welcome back. Bottom half of the first inning. Blue Devils will go to work in the home half. Giants will line up defensively like this. Lou Wolf and Berlant left to right in the outfield. Piper, Feinfer, Cohen, and Guzius third to first around the infield. Griffin Kelly doing the catching for the Giants starting pitcher Luke Weber. More on Weber in a second. Working out of the windup to the leadoff man Charlie Badgley. There's a fastball in there for a called strike. Blue Devils lineup is like this. Badgley, Barons, and Shills, first 3 men out of the Blue Devil dugout. Larson, Font, and Schmidt in the middle. Kelberg, Jaquez, and Gonzo. 7, 8, and 9 as Badgley takes a called strike 2 at a fastball. Weber, only a junior, an Illinois baseball commit, as the 0-2 delivery misses downstairs. Comes into this game with opponents only hitting a $120 against him in 23 innings, pitching to a 1.52 ERA, as the 1-2 is a slider that Badgley just gets enough of a piece to foul that one off. Weber can run his fastball to 90, 92 miles an hour. Devastating slider as well. Blue Devils will have a tall task in front of them, as the 1-2 is a fastball grounded up the first baseline, but foul. So 1 ball and 2 strikes on the leadoff man. Badgley, a all-conference nominee, as the 1-2 is chopped foul up the first baseline. Badgley doing a nice job to fight off a tough inside fastball. Badgley, as I mentioned, an all-conference selection, one of a handful of Blue Devils who made the North Suburban Conference team, as the 1-2 from Weber is lined into right field, and that'll get down. So Badgley is aboard with a base knock, and the perfect game and the no-hitter are broken up with the first batter.
At bat, the first baseman, number 22, Adam Barron.
So in steps Adam Behrens. Behrens coming into today's contest, hitting .288 in 73 at-bats. Badgley always a threat to go. 8 stolen bases on the season, only been caught once. Wonder if Coach Smothers puts on a bunt sign for Behrens. He does. Behrens squares. He pops it up left side up the third baseline. Kelly is over, and he will make the catch. So Behrens pops out a bunt to the catcher for out number 1.
Shortstop, number 21, Adam Shills.
Coach Smothers is not happy with Behrens trying to get that bunt down, as he receives coaching from bench coach Keith Stocker on how that happened. So in steps Adam Shills. Shilsey almost wears an inside fastball, but that'll get away from the catcher Kelly, and Badgley will scamper into second base on the wild pitch. Shills got the start on the mound for the Blue Devils 2 years ago against this Highland Park team. Didn't go for more than an inning, but he did come through with 2 home runs, a grand slam, and a 3-run homer, part of a 3-hit, 8 RBI day for Shills, and a huge reason why the Blue Devils were able to come back, as the 1-0 delivery is a fastball misses inside, so Shills ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. Shills, another all-conference selection, as he comes into today's contest batting .393 as he pops one foul, and that's going to get out of play. As I mentioned, wind blowing in hard from left center field, so don't think any baseball will get out today, but I've been wrong before. So 2 balls on a strike on the senior shortstop, Adam Shills. Nobody holding Badgley as Shills fouls off another inside fastball to run the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. As the junior Evan Larson, today's designated hitter, waits patiently on deck. So the 2-2 from Weber working out of the stretch, looks at Badgley at second, kicks and fires. The 2-2 gets away from the catcher Kelly. Badgley will sprint towards third, and he will be there on once again another wild pitch from Weber. Weber, 35 strikeouts to 7 walks, but when you have a kid this young, as I mentioned, Webb is only a junior, as the Giants will bring their infield in on a 3-2 count to Shills. He can throw hard, but it's not necessarily always in the strike zone, as the 3-2 is a jam shot foul, and that'll get out of play just past the Blue Devils' third base dugout. Shills looking for his team-leading RBI 34 on the season. The 3-2 from Weber runs inside, ball 4. Badgley takes off as it gets away from Kelly. He's called out. So Badgley is thrown out at the plate on the pass ball. It looked to be that Badgley was out by just a step as Clint Smothers comes out of the coaching box and will be back in. So Shills works on a walk. So Badgley is the second out as he gets tagged out at the plate. So Shills is aboard with a walk. So instead of first and third with 1 out, it is now runner on first with 2 outs. We'll see how big of a decision for Badgley that looms as Weber checks on Shills, the runner at first base, not in time. So in steps Evan Larson. Larson tied with Badgley and Clark with 3 home runs. Comes into today's contest batting .279 as Weber misfires a fastball outside for a ball. Another check on Shills, the runner. Not in time. So 1 ball and no strikes with 2 outs. Weber, long pause out of the stretch. He kicks and fires. Ground ball to the right side. Cohen, the second baseman, over to cut it off, and he will throw to Gussius at first base. So the Blue Devils get a run thrown out at the dish on a pass ball. We'll go to the second. You're listening to the Blue Devil Radio Network.
IHSA.
Top half of the second inning in a scoreless contest here at the Almond Regional at Warren Township High School. Bookert on for his second inning of work. It'll be Sam Wolf to lead it off for the Giants as he hits a chopper. Nice backhanded play by Bookert. He throws on the first in time. Nice job by Bookert to be able to field his position.
At bat, the designated hitter, number 21, J.T. Colleen.
So in steps J.T. Colleen, doing the designated hitting for the Highland Park pitcher, Luke Weber. As Bookert fires a curveball, misses just inside. Good idea to front door it. The winner of this contest on Saturday will play the winner of Hersey and Rolling Meadows. That'll be a 4 o'clock first pitch tomorrow, Thursday the 25th, on Saturday. As another chopper towards the mound, Bookert will dash and flip to Barons at first base. So back-to-back batters are retired by Bookert himself via the ground ball. That's where all that PFP comes into play.
Jake Burliant.
So in steps Burliant, playing right field today, hitting a .182, 4 of 22 on the season. All of his hits have been singles. As Booker kicks in, fires, check swing. He did go as a called strike by the plate umpire. Oh, 1. Curveball in there for a called strike. Nice job by Booker. He's got that effective curveball working early. So no balls and 2 strikes on Burliant. Booker working out of the windup, kicks and fires as that fastball gets lined foul out of play. So the 0-2 once again from Booker. Curveball backdoors it. Misses inside, but ever so slightly. Looked to be a good pitcher's pitch, but the home plate umpire disagreed. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Booker kicks and fires. Fastball swung on, but fouled. Catcher Keldberg couldn't squeeze that one. So the 1-2 once again from Booker, who's got a high arcing leg kick. As the 1-2 once again, curveball in there, called strike 3. 3 up, 3 down for Booker in the away half of the second inning. We'll go to the home half. You're listening to the Blue Devil Radio Network. Welcome back. Home half of the second inning. 5, 6, 7 due up for the Blue Devils, as it'll be Font, Schmidt, and Keldberg. And the first pitch Font sees from the pitcher Weber is an up and in fastball. A little sweet chin music for Font. It's the 1-0 in there for a called strike on the outer third. So 1 ball and 1 strike as Font pops it up on the infield as the first baseman Guzius is over, and he will make the catch. So Font is retired for the first out.
Number 5, Sam Schmidt.
So in will step Sam Schmidt. Schmidt coming into the contest hitting tree. He gets the start in left field today as he swings and misses at a fastball. Schmidt has played left field, right field, and first base for the Blue Devils this season. A senior and a 3-year varsity player, as the 1-0 delivery is in there for a called strike. As that pitch misses upstairs for the ball. As the count, is 1 ball and 2 strikes. So 1 ball and 2 strikes on the batter Schmidt. Weber delivers as there's a little jam shot pop up just behind home plate, but that'll get out of play. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Weber's kick and fires, and he misses low and inside to Schmidt as the catcher Keldberg waits on deck. The 2-2 from Weber to Schmidt as he swings and misses strike 3. So Schmidt goes down swinging for Weber's first punch out of the day, and out number 2 in the second. So in steps Keldberg as he takes a called strike in there on a fastball at the knees over the inner part of the plate. The 0-1 from Weber, who's working quickly. Same exact location for strike 2, as it is the same result as in a strike. So no balls and 2 strike the count on Keldberg. Weber working quickly out of the windup. The 0-2 grounded to the first baseman, Guzius. He will scamper to the bag and handle it himself to go 3 unassisted. So Giants go 3 up, 3 down in the second, and so do the Blue Devils. We'll go to the third inning. You're listening to the Blue Devil Radio Network. Welcome back, top half of the third inning. 9-1-2 due up for the Giants. It'll be Kelly, Lou, and Piper as Kelly grounds one foul up the third baseline. As Jaquez on the way to field that ball, throws it back to the pitcher, Booker. A little too hot to handle. So Booker goes and retrieves it. So no balls and a strike on the catcher and the 9-hitter, Kelly. The 0-1 delivery, curveball, misses downstairs for a ball. That'll even us up at 1 ball and 1 strike. So the 1-1 from Booker to Kelly. Fastball swung on and miss. A good hard fastball on the inner part of the plate. Kelly couldn't catch up with it. So the 1-2 from Booker. Curveball fouled off of the catcher, Keldberg. Got him on the left leg. As the plate umpire doing his due diligence to make sure Keldberg is okay. So 1-2. The count on the batter, Kelly. Booker kicks and fires. 1-2. Nice stop by Keldberg on the off-speed pitch. Excellent crowd on hand here at the Almond campus. When Warren hosts a regional, you can always count on a good turnout. I bet you most of these guys didn't pay their $5 to the IHSA. The 2-2 delivery, fastball inner third, but misses off the plate. So 3-2 the count to Kelly. Booker kicks and fires. Fastball popped up on the infield, but that'll get all the way out of play. The wind aiding that one to get out of play. So the 3-2 once again to Kelly. Fastball golfed into center field. Badgley back on it. Back some more tracks and settles under it and makes the catch. So Kelly is retired for the first out of the third inning.
Now batting at the top of the order, number 6, Dylan Liu.
So that'll bring us to the top of the order, and the left fielder Dylan Liu, who grounded out first pitch swinging to the shortstop Shills his first time up. As Booker delivers a curveball that misses just above the belt. So 1 ball and no strikes. Fastball in there for a called strike on the outer third. Booker has been one of Warren's more consistent pitchers, not named Adam Barons. The 1-1 delivery from Booker. Curveball in there for a called strike 2. As Lou asked the plate umpire if it was on his check swing, he says no, it was on the pitch. So the 1-2 from Booker to Lou. Curveball golfed into center field. Badgley over the same spot where he retired Kelly, and he will make the catch once again. So back-to-back F8s for the Giants for 2 outs.
Number 8, Casey Pieper.
So in will step Casey Pieper. Pieper singled into left field his first time up, but the Giants stranded him on second base. The left-handed hitter facing the right-handed pitcher as Booker tries to backdoor a curveball, but that does not reach that outside part of the plate and misses outside for a ball. As the 1-0 delivery, Booker delivers a fastball in there for a called strike. 1-1 to Piper as he is all over that fastball. A little bit late, but fouls that one back just to get a piece. So that'll bring the count to 1-2. As Booker, a long look at his catcher, Keldberg, likes the sign, adjusts the ball in his glove and fires. Curveball, just slapped foul, just got enough of it to slap that one out of play and see another pitch. Booker's got one of the better curveballs we've seen this season as the 1-2 delivery. A little change up. Grounded to the second baseman, Font. He throws on to first base in time. So back-to-back 1, 2, 3 innings for Booker. So we'll go to the home half of the third as we are scoreless here in the IHSA regional semifinal of Blue Devils and Giants. Bottom half of the third inning as it'll be Jaquez, Gonzalez, and Badgley. As Weber on for his third inning of work delivers a fastball to Jaquez. Jaquez back in the starting lineup after getting a couple games off. We've seen Tony Font play third base in Jaquez's absence there. So the count is 1-1 as there's a fastball that misses below the zone. The 1-1 from Weber misses downstairs as Albert takes his right foot and kicks dirt in front of home plate. Jaquez, as most people would describe him, he is just a vibe, a glorious person to be around, as he has a healthy cut and an inside fastball. That'll bring the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Jaquez, once again, a third-year varsity starter. His first season was 2021, as he fouls off of the catcher, Kelly. Jaquez in last year's regional semifinal against Conant hit a home run to deep left field. Don't think he will have that much success today with the wind blowing hard in from left center. The 2-2 from Weber, fastball in there, called strike 3. Jaquez knew it. So Jaquez will go down looking for out number 1. So in will step Jacob Gonzalez, who leads the Blue Devil team and offense in walks. 21 walks to only 12 strikeouts offensively, as Weber throws a fastball at the knees on the inner third for a called strike. So 1 strike as Gonzalez grounds one to the first baseman, Gazias. He will take it himself and hit the bag for out number 2. So that'll bring up the top of the order. So as Badgley steps in, he was aboard with a base knock with a liner over the second baseman Cohen's head into right field. As the shortstop Feinfer moves over closer to second base, playing Badgley towards the pole. So there's a fastball inside corner at the knees for a called strike. As Badgley lines this one into right field over as Berlant, and he will make the catch as that ball didn't get more than 25 feet off the ground. We'll go to the 4th inning, still scoreless. You're listening to Blue Devil Baseball right here on the Blue Devil Radio Network. Top half of the fourth inning scoreless here at the Almond campus for the Warren Regional. Warren is a host site for a regional in the Mundelein sectional part of the 4A bracket. Bookert on for his fourth inning of work as he starts the leadoff man, David Feinfer, with a curveball that misses upstairs. So 1 ball and no strikes to Feinfer as there's a fastball once again misses upstairs. Bookert behind in the count for seemingly the first time today. 2 balls and no strikes. The 2-0 from Bookert misses once again upstairs. It is now 3-0. I doubt the Giants will give Feinfer the green light. 3-0 in a scoreless game. But if they did, he missed a good one as that 3-0 delivery is in there for a called strike. That was about middle. The 3-1 delivery swung on and foul tipped in the catcher Keldberg's glove for strike number 2. So Booker battling all the way back from a 2-0 deficit. The count now runs to 3 balls and 2 strikes. The 3-2 from Booker. Fastball called, strike 3. Feinfer goes down looking as Booker notches the strikeout, his third today. So in will step Darren Gussis playing first base today. He's been busy over there defensively as he takes a healthy hack and is well out in front of a curveball as he swings and misses for a strike. As the 0-1 from Booker, curveball skied into short right center field. Badgley, Gonzalez, and Font all over there, but it'll be the right fielder Gonzalez who will make the catch in right center field. So 2 quick outs for the Blue Devils and Booker. So in will step Charlie Cohen. Cohen, as I mentioned, batting .250, grounded out to the shortstop Shills in the first inning to end the first inning as he takes a healthy hack at a fastball and fouls that one straight back. So no balls and 1 strike on Cohen. Booker delivers, curveball grounded up the middle, backhanded by Font. He gathers and throws on to first in time. So 3 straight 1, 2, 3 innings for Bookert. We'll go to the home half of the 4th. You're listening to the Blue Devil Radio Network. Welcome back. Bottom half of the first inning. 2-3-4 due up for the Blue Devils as Barons lines one into right center field, and that'll get down and roll all the way to the wall. Barons heading towards second, sees the stop sign, and he will put on the brakes. So first pitch swinging is Barons as he lines a double into right center field. As the Blue Devils are in business here in the home half of the fourth inning. So in will step Adam Shills, who drew a quality at bat last time up with a full count walk. Good to see alumni in the house as members of last year's Warren Varsity team, Ryan O'Toole and Aaron Gershold in the house. O'Toole, if for some of you that might remember, hit the walk-off infield single against Highland Park 2 years ago in the bottom half of the 7th, as Shills fouls that one out of play. O'Toole beat out a throw from the shortstop across the diamond in order to win the Blue Devils that semifinal game. We would then go ahead to lose to Glenbrook South, as Shills lines one up the middle into center field, as Barons was kind of jogging in towards third. So Shills is aboard with a knock. You would like to see Barons just a little bit more hustle, especially knowing that ball was up the middle to maybe be sent. But in will step the junior, Evan Larson.
Now batting, number 28, Evan Larson.
First and third with the Blue Devils, as Larson takes a long look at Coach Clint Smothers in the third base coaching box and going over the signs. Shills, good wheels on first base. Is the 0-0 from Weber. Fastball in there for a called strike. Shills also a threat to run, a team lead, 10 stolen bases. He has been caught 3 times, so 10 of 13 on the season. The 0-1, just kidding, as there's a pickoff move to first base to check on Shills, and all of that speed is not in time. Weber's got a quick move and a quick step to first base. All of his pickoff moves have been right on the money and have gotten there pretty quick. The 0-1 to Larson is swung on and missed for strike 2. So with 2 strikes, we'll see if Smothers puts Shills in motion, maybe with one of his patented delayed steal pull-ups, trying to get a run down so Barons can score from third. So no balls and 2 strikes. Weber working out of the stretch, comes set at the belt, kicks and fires. That misses downstairs, as Shills will take off for second base, as they will just concede, as Shills will basically jog for about 45 feet and then walk to second base. So it is now second and third with 2 strikes. Giants will bring their infield in on a 1-2 count. The 1-2 to Larson is lined into left field. That's going to get down. That'll get past the left fielder, Lou. Barons will score. Shills coming home, and he will score. Larson takes off for second base, and he will be tagged out, but not before 2 runs come in to score. Blue Devils take the lead 2-0 here in the 4th inning.
At bat, number 6, Tony Font.
As Tony Font chops one to the pitcher, Weber, as he will gather and fire on to Guzius at first for out number 2.
Now hitting number 5, Sam Schmidt.
So in will step Schmidt. Larson, just to recap what happened, he hits a base hit in the left field. The throw to the plate to try to get Shills was cut off by the third baseman, Piper. And then Piper then threw to second base to get Larson. Larson doesn't exactly have elite track level speed. So the 0-1 to Schmidt is a fair ball down the right field line. Schmidt chugging for 2. Smothers is going to send him. Schmidt hits second and heads towards third. The play at third is not in time. Sam Schmidt with 2 outs has a triple, as the Blue Devils look to score run number 3 with 2 outs. And in will step Beck Keldberg with 2 outs. Keldberg sent the Blue Devils home a walk-off winner on Monday night with a RBI double into right center field. Schmidt gets his lead off of first base as Weber's fastball misses outside to Keldberg. So 1 ball and no strikes to Keldberg. Keldberg grounds one up the middle, fielded by the second baseman Cohen. He throws on to first in time, but not before the Blue Devils score 2 runs on 4 hits. They'll take the lead going into the 5th. We'll be right back right here on the Blue Devil Radio Network. Welcome back. Top half of the 5th inning. Blue Devils lead 2-0 after a 2-run single by Evan Larson. Booker to the batter Sam Wolf as he gets ahead in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. First one was looking. The second one was swinging. So 0-2. Swing and a miss on a curveball for strike number 3. As Wolf goes down swinging for the first out. So in will step JT Colleen after Wolf goes down swinging as Booker misfires that one. So the count will be even at 1 ball and a strike with 1 out here in the top half of the 5th inning. The 1-1 to Booker. Curveball just misses inside. Didn't come back just enough. So 2 balls and 1 strike on the batter Wolf. JT Keeling, as he swings and misses through a fastball. So the count is now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Keeling grounded out to Booker his last time up in the 2nd inning. So the 2-2 to Booker. Fastball misses just below the zone. Booker thought he had strike 3. Plate umpire disagreed. So the 3-2 from Booker to Killeen, grounded up the middle. Booker couldn't field it on a backhand. In his charging, Shills tries to field it on the bare hand, but could not. A do-or-die bare hand play for Shills, so that'll go as an infield knock for Killeen. Think that ball was coming at Booker a lot slower than he anticipated. So Killeen is on first base with 1 away. As in steps Jake Brilliant, as he swings and misses at a curveball for a strike. Highland Park coming into this contest was batting .251 on the season, so a little bit below high school average in the state of Illinois. Average is about .278. As check swing on a curveball, as Booker just kind of gives a chuckle, as Berlant has him swing and miss and look absolutely silly on a curveball. So no balls and 2 strikes on the batter Berlant. Long pause, kicks and fires, curveball misses outside for a ball. So 1 ball and 2 strikes with Killeen, the runner, on first base. Fastball misses below the zone. Keldberg fakes a back pick to first base. So the count runs even to 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 from Bookert. A long pause, working out of the stretch. High leg kick. Curveball misses just downstairs for a ball. So the count now runs even. So 3 balls and 2 strikes with a runner on. He takes off for second as that pitch misses downstairs. So Berland is aboard with a walk. Bookert's first free pass of the day.
Griffin Kelly.
So it'll be first and second with 1 away as in steps Griffin Kelly, the catcher. He flied out to center field his last time up in the visiting half of the 3rd inning. As Bookert, working out of the stretch, kicks and fires. Fastball, or middle fastball. Not sure what Kelly was looking for there. Probably won't see that good of a pitch to hit in this at-bat. So the count goes to no balls and a strike. Bookert, the 0-1. Fastball, outside corner, called strike 2. So no balls and 2 strikes on the batter, Kelly. The 0-2 fast curveball swung on and missed. Strike 3. Kelly tried to pull back and swing at the same time, but could not. So he will go down swinging for out number 2 this inning. Bookert's 5th strikeout victim of the day. So that'll bring us to the top of the order, and the left fielder, Dylan Liu, who was grounded out to short and flied out to center. Curveball in there for a called strike. No balls and a strike on the leadoff man, Liu. As the 0-1 curveball tried to back pick it, did Keldberg, but that ball then it goes towards the third base dugout. Keldberg over to retrieve it. So both runners will advance 90 feet into scoring position with 2 outs. Liu trying to tie this ball game with 1 swing of the bat. 1 ball and 1 strike. Bookert fires. Fastball called strike 2. Liu thought that pitch was well outside and just shakes his head. So 1 ball and 2 strikes with runners at second and third with 2 outs. Booker kicks and fires. Curveball swung on and missed. Strike 3. Booker gets Liu to go down swinging and escapes out of the jam. We'll go to the home half of the 5th. You're listening to IHSA Regional Semifinal action right here on the Blue Devil Radio Network. Welcome back. Home half of the 5th inning. Blue Devils lead 2-0 as Weber is on for his 5th inning of work. His first delivery to Jaquez misses downstairs, as then Jaquez takes a fastball on the outer third for a called strike. Jaquez went down looking. His first time up as he takes the 1-1 and just gets a piece of that slider and fouls that one off the net straight back. Standing room only here at the Allman campus. A full house for the regional semi between 13th-seeded Blue Devils as Jaquez a little check swing blooper into center field as Wolf comes on and he will make the catch. So Jaquez is retired for out number 1. Warren coming into this contest as a 3 seed in 4A. In the Mundelein sectional, Highland Park a 14 seed. Winner will play the winner of Hersey and Rolling Meadows on Saturday at 10 a.m. As Gonzalez takes a fastball in there for a called strike at the belt. So no balls and a strike. Weber delivers. Backdoor slider in there for strike number 2. So Gonzalez will have to go to work with 2 strikes to keep Weber's pitch count up, because after Weber, it's an all hands on deck for Highland Park. Weber is by far the Giants' best pitcher. So no balls and 2 strikes to the left-handed hitter, Gonzalez. The 0-2 from Weber. Fastball called strike 3. So Gonzalez is dispatched via the strikeout for out number 2.
At the top of the order, now batting, number 8, Charlie Badgley.
So in will step Charlie Badgley, who singled and was thrown out at the plate on a pass ball, so officially a caught stealing of home. He lined out to the right fielder Berlant in the 3rd inning, as Badgley grounds that one foul, as Coach Dan Word just takes a couple of steps to field that ball. Nice work by Wordo. So no balls and a strike on the leadoff man, Badgley. The 0-1 delivery popped up on the infield shortstop. The Feinfer is over, and that ball almost snow cones out of his glove, but he is able to secure it for the 3rd out. So we'll go to the 6th inning in a fast mover. Blue Devils lead this one 2-0 right here on the Blue Devil Radio Network.
Gatorade is fuel.
Top half of the 6th inning, Blue Devils lead 2-0 as Bookert delivers a fastball, but that misses well outside to Casey Pieper. So 1 ball and no strikes on Pieper as there's a fastball that misses downstairs. So Bookert will go to work with 2 balls and no strikes. The top half of the 6th inning, as the 2-0 is a curveball in there for a called strike. So 2 balls and 1 strike, as this one is lined into left field, as that'll be a base hit, as Pieper is aboard with a base knock.
Hit back to shortstop, number 1, David Finfer.
As in steps David Feenfer, who is 1 for 2 today. Went down looking via the strikeout his last time up. Has 4 extra base hits on the season, 3 doubles and a triple. So the 0-0 delivery is a curveball that misses. Bookert at 78 pitches. As Feenfer takes downstairs again. Count is now 2 balls and no strikes. This is the 2-0 to Feenfer. Fastball inside. It is 3-0. So Bookert in jeopardy of putting on runner number 2 with nobody out here in the 6th inning. So the 3-0 to Feenfer. Fastball misses downstairs for a ball. As Feenfer will walk, but Clay Kovac will be out for a mound visit as he will bring the trainer out with him to check on Bookert's right arm. So Kovac noticed that Bookert seemed to be favoring his hand or his right arm of some sort, as base umpire Randy Wood will jump into the meeting just to confirm this is not a strategy meeting. It is just about an injury, as there is first and second with nobody out here in the top half of the 6th inning. As Randy Wood conveys to the plate umpire, it was an actual meeting about his elbow. As Kovac will now converse with Smothers about his elbow. Wonder if that was one of those, just tell everybody you're feeling something in your elbow just so I can get a free mound visit out of this. Not like any coach at the high school level would do that. So first and second with nobody away as the first baseman Guzzius steps in as Bookert elbow seems to be feeling fine as he delivers a fastball in there for a strike. Still no action in the Blue Devil bullpen. Neither for the Giants. So no balls and a strike. Curveball front door in there for strike numero 2. So Booker quickly ahead in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Guzzius puts his right hand up, asks for time as he gets into the box. Booker working out of the stretch. The 0-2 curveball swung on and missed. Strike 3. Guzzius goes helicopter swinging, moving his upper body only as he goes down swinging, and a huge first out for Booker. Strikeout number 6 for Booker on the day. So in steps Charlie Cohen, who is grounded out both times, both up the middle, as he is all over that fastball as he lines that one straight back. Cohen grounded out to the shortstop Shills and to the second baseman Font. So Blue Devils hoping they can potentially get a double play ball. As no balls and 1 strike on the batter Cohen. The 0-1, Cohen squares around to bunt. He gets it down, third base side. Booker goes over, fields bare hand, throw on to first in time. Nice job by Booker to be able to field his position, pick it up with his bare hand, and retire Cohen. And that is a huge, huge second out, as it looks like we will have a pinch hitter.
Now pinch hitting for the Giants, number 41, Danny Greenberg.
As Danny Greenberg will come in and pinch hit for Sam Wolf. So after an excellent play by Bookert off the mound to field his position, it's still the threat is not dissipated. It is second and third, but there are 2 outs as Greenberg steps in. Greenberg hitting .273 with 4 doubles and 3 RBIs as he fouls off that one straight back. Bookert at 87 deliveries so far today. So no balls and 1 strike on the pinch hitter Greenberg, hitting for Wolf in the 6th spot. The 0-1, Booker delivers a curveball. That misses well outside. Blue Devil dugout thought that was a strike. As pitching coach Clay Kovac relays the signs to the catcher Keldberg. The 1-1 delivery, fastball, nice stop by Keldberg to be able to get down and block that one and keep that one in front. You do have a base open with 2 outs, but you would like to keep that pitch count down and see if you can get Greenberg out anyway. The 2-1 from Booker is popped up as he dips his right back shoulder and launches like he was trying to put that ball on top of the moon. So that'll even us out at 2 balls and 2 strikes. As Booker gets ready to deliver pitch number 90. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3! Booker gets him down swinging for punch out number 7. What an outing so far from Brian Booker. We'll go to the bottom half of the 6th inning. You're listening to Blue Devil Baseball right here on the Blue Devil Radio Network. Welcome back. Home half of the 6th inning. Barons, Shills, and Larson scheduled for the Blue Devils. As Weber on for his 6th inning of work as he throws a fastball in there for a called strike. Weber only at 61 deliveries through 5+ innings as that slider is downstairs and they let the home plate umpire know about it. So the count is now 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 to Barons as he spoils that one and just gets enough of a piece and fouls that one away. So 1 ball and 2 strikes on the batter Barons. The 1-2 swung on and missed, strike 3. Barons goes down swinging for out number 1.
At bat number 21, Adam Shills.
Only Weber's 4th strikeout of the contest. Weber has thrown 65 pitches, but more impressively, 50 of them have been for strikes. That is a 77% strike percentage as Shills drops as he pops this one into short left field, but that'll get foul. As the left fielder Lou and then Piper and Feinfer are over on the infield. As we take a look to the bullpen, as Adam Barons has grabbed a baseball and Jake Hall as he will start to ramp up for a potential save situation. So Shills, no balls and a strike. Barons has not come out of the bullpen yet this year. All of his innings have been starts. The 0-1 to Shills. Curveball, called strike at the knees. Warren takes exception to that one as well. So instead of a 1-1 count, it is now 0-2. Clint Smother is always sure to voice his displeasure with a strike call that he believes the umpire missed. The 0-2 to Shills as he pops this one up, and that'll get out of play. as Coach Smothers will call Shills and burn an offensive conference here as he meets Shills about 35 feet up the third baseline, as he's just telling him just probably a little confidence. Shills, coming into today's contest, has punched out 18 times but walked 20, as he's got some work to do with 2 strikes right here. Weber waits out of the windup, doesn't like the first sign, likes the second one. The 0-2 to Shills, misses downstairs for a ball. Kelly able to keep that one in front, but it kicks out to the first base dugout. So the 1-2 from Weber to Shills. The 1-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. As Shills couldn't chase the elevated off-speed pitch, so back-to-back punch-outs
Evan Larson
for the Blue Devils. So in will step Evan Larson. This is the 0-0 is a slider swung on and miss for strike 1. As I mentioned, Barons is starting to ramp up and throw in the bullpen, as Bookert is at 91 deliveries as Larson grounds one to the shortstop. Feinfer, he throws on to first base in time. Blue Devils need 3 outs to put their name in the regional final. Don't change those dials. We'll give you the 7th inning right here on the Blue Devil Radio Network. Top half of the 7th inning. Blue Devils need 3 outs and a handshake to move on to a play for another regional as Bookert starts the top half of a 7th inning. 7-8-9. JT Colleen starts off for the Giants as he takes a ball outside. The 1-0 is a fastball fouled straight back. As we mentioned last half inning, Booker got a visit from pitching coach Clay Kovac and the trainer as he just shook out his right arm after that delivery, something to monitor. Barons was warming up during the home half of the 6th inning, as the 1-1 delivery is a curveball that doesn't come back to the plate. So the count is now 2 balls and 1 strike. The 2-1 from Bookert is an elevated heater, swung on and missed. Not really sure what Killeen was looking for, as that pitch wasn't close to being a strike. Bookert looking for punch-out number 9. The 2-2. High chopper to the second baseman, Font. He fields it on a hop, throws on to first in time for out number 1. Score that 4-3. And Blue Devils are just 2 outs away for playing for their for their multiple consecutive regional final. Did not win one in 21, but they did win one last year in 22, made it to the sectional semifinal, and then got knocked out against Fremd. So in steps Jake Berlant as he takes a curveball in there for a called strike, as Coach Dan Word is motioning with both arms, telling the infield and the outfield to play Berlant to the opposite side, as it seems to be a cross-up there as the 0-1 delivery Misses inside, but Kelberg didn't get down to block that one. I think he was kind of expecting for a fastball. So 1 ball and 1 strike. And the 1-1 is foul back. And that'll get into the solar farm. So 1 ball and 2 strikes as Booker is still on the hunt for strikeout number 9. Booker, long look at his catcher, Keldberg, agrees with the sign. The 1-2 delivery, swung on and missed, strike 3. Curveball gets Berland, and the Blue Devils are just 1 out away from advancing to the regional championship. So with 2 outs, Booker looking for the complete game shutout as his first delivery is a curveball, swing on and missed by the batter Griffin Kelly, the 9-hitter. On for his 3rd time today, flied out to center and struck out swinging. His time's up as the 0-1 delivery, check swing, he did in fact go as Highland Park is now down to their last strike. The 0-2 from Booker agrees with the sign, kicks and fires. Fastball misses as Keldberg was set up outside and he missed inside. The 1-2 once again from Booker. Curveball misses downstairs for a ball. That'll even us up at 2 balls and 2 strikes as Booker working fast on the mound. The 2-2 with 2 outs. Kicks and fires. Curveball misses downstairs for a ball. The count has now run full. Booker gets his ball, steps right back on that mound. The 3-2 from Booker. Fastball misses upstairs for ball 4. Kelly is aboard with a walk. And now decision time for Coach Clint Smothers in the Blue Devils. Booker at 106 pitches. He has 9 more. As there is a courtesy runner at first base. It is number 7, Simon Shapiro, as he'll take over for Kelly.
Now running for the Giants at first base, number 7, Simon Shapiro.
So they're going to trust Booker to get out number 3. As Booker working out of the stretch, fires, misses outside for a ball. Shapiro has not recorded a stolen base in 7 games played. The 1-0 fouled straight back off of the padding along the brick here at the Allman campus. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Shapiro, the runner on first, as Dylan Liu steps in the box. The 1-1, grounded foul. As he grounds that one foul, just kind of swings over the top of it. So Highland Park once again down to their last strike. So 1 ball and 2 strikes on the leadoff man, Dylan Liu. The 1-2 from Booker. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Keldberg will throw on to first to complete the strikeout. And the Blue Devils will be playing for a regional championship.
Giants 2-0.
Blue Devils win 2-0 in the fastest game of the year. About an hour and 20 minutes unofficial game time. Blue Devils take this one as Booker throws a complete game shutout and was by far the pitcher they needed him to be today. So Highland Park season is over. Blue Devils will play the winner of Hersey and Rolling Meadows, and because that is a home game, we will have a broadcast for you on Saturday, 10 a.m. first pitch. Blue Devils win this one 2-0 off the bat of Evan Larson and off of the arm of Brian Bookert. We thank each and every one of you for tuning in. This is Nick Pelizzo saying so long, everybody.